Hi everyone, it's Nicolette from Journey and Daughters. In today's short how-to video, I'm going to show you how to do a colour wash. So what is a colour wash and why would you use it? Colour washes are a great way to add different colours, to bring in colours that it might be in your art or soft furnishings onto a piece of furniture. It's similar to doing a coloured wax, except instead of a wax which can only be used inside, we can do it and then we can seal it with a lacquer to give it a more durable finish, and it can be done for outdoor furniture, for dining table tops, anything that needs to be wiped and cleaned down. So in this how-to video, I am going to show you how to do a colour wash on these two boards. So these have been painted in Hokitika Gorge as our base. And I'm going to do two different options, and then when I've decided which I like, I will also show you how to do it on a bigger piece of furniture so you get to see the final result. Okay, so the tools you will need for your colour wash is firstly something to do it on. So I have a plate, but a small bowl or a cup would be perfect. You will need a can opener, always handy, some water, your brushes. So I've got the Pro Hybrid round Starmeister brushes, some stirring sticks, and then your colours. So as I said, my base colour here is Hokitika Gorge. It's lovely blue. On one of them I am going to do Obsidian Blue, so nice and dark, and a wash of Peacock, so two different coloured washes. And then on the other one, I am going to do Forget Me Not, so a brighter blue, and sea glass. The only other thing you need is some rags, some clean rags, so that you can brush it on and wipe the excess off. Okay, so the first wash I'm going to do is Obsidian Blue. So I just want to decant a bit of my blue onto my plate. As I'm just doing a sample board, I don't need much. So blue onto the plate, and then I'm going to mix in water. I'm just going to mix it with my brush, but about 50%. I want it quite runny, especially as this is quite a dark colour. So I'm going to brush it on all over, and then I'm going to use my rag to take the excess off. And then we're just going to wipe it back. You can see it grips in to some parts more than others. I'm going to let it sit into my grooves here. And that's my first wash. So it's deepened it up really nicely. Okay, then the second one I'm going to do is Peacock, and I'm just going to go straight over the top. Same thing, so a little bit of my Peacock out onto my plate. As you can see, we don't need much at all. Water, so a decent amount. As I said, I'm doing about 50-50, especially because these are really lovely strong colours, lots of pigment in them. And this time I'm going to focus more on the central part so I can see the difference between the two colours. Create some movement in them. Clean bit of my rag, and again brushing it right out. You can see it's changed it quite a bit. I can always go back in and put a little bit more of my darker blue, the Obsidian, and brush that through too, and blend it. That's kind of my first go, and I will now do my next one. There we go. So both of my samples are now done and have been sealed with satin lacquer to protect the finish. So the first one here is the Hokitika with the Obsidian and the Peacock. So you can see all this movement between the dark and the light. And then the second one is the lighter version. So it's the Hokitika, and then it has sea glass and forget-me-not. So it's a much lighter version, but also really beautiful with lots of movement. And then I've sealed them with satin lacquer, so we're going to get a bit of a sheen on them.